Hey everyone, it's Sarah with RegisteredNurseRN.com, and we're going to talk about rolling veins. Have you ever heard the term that someone used whenever they missed an IV and they said, oh, the vein rolled, or someone asked you, did the vein roll? And you're like, what are they talking about? Well, I remember wondering what in the world was a rolling vein whenever I was a nursing student. And after I became a nurse, no one really told me what it was. I figured it out for myself because I think a lot of people don't know what the term rolling veins mean. What it means whenever a vein rolls is whenever you go to insert into the skin, into the vein, you see it, the vein just moves to the side. And here in a second, I want to show you what it looks like when a vein rolls. And I'm going to show you how to tell if you have a rolling vein, because some veins are a little bit more susceptible to rolling than other veins, and what you can do to stabilize a vein so it doesn't roll on you, because you can prevent this from happening. So things that cause a vein to roll. One thing is excessive skin. If you have a patient who's had a lot of weight loss, or they're elderly, they have a lot of saggy skin, that can cause a vein to roll because you see the vein, it's nice, it's plump, you've put on your tourniquet, but if you have excess skin hanging down, it's going to cause, once you go in, that skin to move that vein, and it's going to roll away from you. Another thing is that some veins that are found in the hand, on your forearm, or your antecubital area, which is the AC area, like to roll. If you're not stabilizing the vein, keeping the patient making a fist or keeping the arm straight, it will roll. Patients who move whenever you poke them with a needle, because getting poked with a needle hurts, so whenever you go to poke them with a needle and they move, it can cause the vein to move. And another reason is not stabilizing the vein. Even though if the vein doesn't look like it's going to roll, or it's not a rolling vein, it's always a great idea that you stabilize the vein. And I'll show you how to do that. So first, let's talk about, and let me show you how to tell if a vein will roll. Here I wanted to demonstrate for you what it looks like and how to tell if a vein will roll. The best way to assess if the vein that you're going to use is going to roll is to touch it and to see. So right here, if I was going to draw blood or start an IV on this patient, I would use this vein. It is beautiful, it's big, it's engorged, it's great. But let's see if it rolls. So what you do is just take your index finger and just gently move it. And watch how I do that. See how that rolls to the side? If when you go in with a needle, what's going to happen if you're not stabilizing this vein, it's just going to go to the side. And that's what it means, rolling vein. Another analogy I like to think of with a rolling vein, think of if you're a fisherman and you're going out fishing and you have your worm and you're needing to put that worm on the hook. And the worm's wiggling and you're trying to hook it. And if you don't stabilize that worm, you're not going to be able to hook it. And it's the same concept when trying to get a needle into a vein. If you're not stabilizing this, it's just going to roll to the side. So let me show you some ways on how to stabilize the vein. First, one thing you can do is you can hold above the insertion point where you're going to go in at. So say you're going to go in right here. What you need to do is just hold above the insertion point and sort of press down a little bit and then just pull back, and see that keeps that vein nice and stable, and it's really not moving. So whenever we go in with our needle, it's going to stay straight. Another thing you can do is you can hold the skin taut, but watch out for that, because see, if I hold it too taut, notice how that vein disappears and it goes flat. Not good. So you can hold it taut. Holding it taut is best for people who have that excess skin that we were talking about. At the beginning, you could just take it and just pull it back. If you need help, always get someone to help you. Many times I've had people help me when doing this. And the best thing to do, another way you can stabilize a vein, is have the patient make a fist. So make a fist for me, and just the contraction of the fist and holding that down will hold the vein steady, so you don't have to hold it taut. So anytime you're starting an IV in the hand and the vein is going to roll, have the person make a fist, because that'll keep the vein nice and straight. Now let me show you a little bit with an AC vein. Okay, I quickly wanted to cover the antecubital veins because a lot of times these veins are so good to draw and start IVs on because they're naturally big, but a lot of times new beginners, they have problems with these veins rolling. And one tip I want to give you to prevent missing a vein in the AC is always have your patient bend their elbow out just like that. Have them straighten that out because it'll keep these veins nice and straight. If it's bent like that, whenever you go in, the vein might roll. So just a quick tip, have them extend that arm out and it'll stabilize the vein. And again, you can hold at the insertion point or hold the skin taut. But I wanted to share that with you real fast. Okay, so that is how you stabilize a vein that rolls and what a rolling vein is. I hope this video helped you out. Be sure to check out my other videos on hand veins, how to start an IV, and things like that for tips for drawing blood or starting IVs. And thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel.